I moved to Rowlett in 2014, so that's 8 years now. I would say a lot of political activism in the community. My wife and I are responsible for, I would say, probably one of the largest lake gatherings at Rowlett at Lake Ray Hubbard, probably since the lake's been built. But a lot of political activism and volunteering my time, attending city council meetings and relaying information back to help people stay informed using the platform that I obtained. I'll also donating my time where I can. I did actually, it's kind of funny, but Chris's life messaging, I volunteered my band's time to go play like it was a country set they had for a Thanksgiving dinner. And this was back in 2015, and I reminded him of it, and he was like, "Oh, really? That was you?" So it's kind of cool, because when you try to volunteer your time, you want to meet people in the city too, especially if you start trying to volunteer and get active. You want to meet people, and that was my whole reasoning for that, is to try to meet more of Rowlett city employees and the city functions that they have, and just start attending them. So that's about it, really. I want to make sure that our citizens are always put first. I want to make sure the city's not being overtaken by developers, especially in the industrial world. I mean, there's a big issue right now with this North Shore industrial building coming up. So my main focus is to make sure that our citizens know, being a citizen myself, being that we're able to step up in local politics. That's just my main focus, is make sure that Rowlett's reconnected. That's my slogan, just making sure we reconnect Rowlett. I have many years of corporate experience. Starting from the age of 19, I worked with a small integration company. It was in IT, and I mean, the gentleman had Dallas Stars network. I mean, all kinds of networks, and I was thrown into that world real early, and meetings, being a service technician, walking into corporate environment, and then later starting my own business in 2008. But I have an extensive history following through with issues, decisions, in great detail, and always accomplishing a positive outcome for all involved. I have the right attitude, and I'm confident that I can improve the strained relationships and low morale we have recently seen displayed by our City Council and Rowlett Police Department. I'm just a citizen stepping up. That's it. I want to resolve the issues between the Rowlett Police Department and a sitting judge. That's probably one of the most involved things that I'm actually involved with. It's a big concern. It's hard with such distractions. Just within a company. Let's take it for a company standpoint. It's hard to move forward with distractions for years and no answers. So. I want to resolve the issues between the Rowlett Police Department and a sitting judge, and be able to focus 100% on the city's future. I want to make sure the citizens are confident and reassured that they will always be put first and feel connected to their elected officials. I want to oversee the city employees, focus on their specific job responsibilities, and give 100% attention to our citizens and the growth of Rowlett. I want to also see lower property tax rates and obviously lower water rates. Again, I just want to reconnect Rowlett. So yes, I would be in favor of bond packages if that is what the people voted for, because we know it's a voting thing. I will take an extensive look at the allocations of funds and where that money was spent, and review staff reports. So we have all this data that's already there. It's just a matter of getting our hands on it and reviewing it, and obviously making a good decision on what we need to do next. From there, I would like to try to do informal videos to address what troubled road areas that we are responsible for maintaining. Okay, so most Texas taxpayer grant-funded programs or road infrastructure-related programs would need to be applied for between January and April. I would do my best to review what our city would be eligible for. These are already monies that have been appropriated for from the state legislature. So I would, again, a lot of what we're seeing and some of these questions and things that we have to approach, we don't have direct access to. Once in those positions, we can see where the mayor left off, where the city council is, and pick up the ball from there and continue. Okay, so I really feel that there are enough apartments, but I'm not closed-minded to more multifamily units. Rowlett has a good small town feel, and I think we need to encourage that because there's a lot of cities that have overgrown and overpopulated, and it becomes an issue. Roads, I mean, it's just that's one of the main things is infrastructure. All new multifamily units and 55 plus units to be positioned out closer to the North Shore area, not in downtown area. Again, our citizens will have input in determining the outcome, and I will be listening because that's where I'm still sitting in the citizen position right now, which is motivating me to do something different. So I'm listening, all ears. After looking at the comprehensive plan, I feel it is well designed and very easy to follow. I would like to see some of the large permit price tags to build in Rowlett decreased and be more welcoming. Most of the land left to develop is designated for commercial use. I would like to see a mixture of some multifamily units and storefront combinations in the North Shore Business District. I'm not a fan of the 5-story businesses for the North Shore area or tall industrial buildings close to residential areas. I understand our recent mayor was very involved in the efforts to lower our rates in working with the NTWDC. I will do what I can to review the annual reports of our water consumption, and that has been reported. Then I will address that data of the water consumption. Unfortunately, Jeff, you and I both know that they're the only ones that provide water to us. So, I mean, wiggle room, debating with it, that's kind of like a set thing. We have to do what we can. But I think from a business standpoint, a working relationship, I don't know what's there, but there's a lot can be had with a good, positive work environment and work relationship. So I think talking with them, sitting with them, understanding these, this data that we've collected, and sitting with them and asking what we do for our citizens is the only thing we can do. Okay, I would like to see the process made easier for new businesses to come to Rowlett. So I've spoken to a lot of people and I hear that it's kind of difficult. And even some people here that are here now are wanting to move to Heath, or they're not wanting to come to Rowlett because of how difficult the process is. I'm hearing the permit process is difficult and way too expensive. It would be a good idea to give new businesses some tax relief for the first couple of years to help them get their businesses started. A new grocery store is needed close to Liberty Grove and President George Bush. And I would like to see better advertising than what we've experienced with the village apartments and the offices below. I would like to be able to support what the EDC is offering and also work with them moving forward. The EDC's input is very valuable to me, and I would love to hear what there is currently in place. Okay, so our annual budget dictates our property taxes. I'll review our current budget and work with the council to see where we can make changes that will help our citizens. I know there's been ongoing issues with the sitting judge since 2016 that has caused many people in our police department and others to want to retire or be relocated. Knowing that there was grievances filed and not one individual that filed was ever interviewed is concerning and very worrisome to me. As a citizen, finding out about something that has had such a great impact throughout Rowlett is very concerning. I will start by listening to the employees that filed the grievances to hear their side of the story. Then I'll assess the other concerns with other parties involved, such as the presiding judge. Our city's first responders need to know that they are very important and valuable to our public safety. I'll be listening to all parties and staff to conduct a thorough investigation into this matter. I would immediately take the proper lawful steps to request a full outside investigation of this matter on day one if elected. Without a resolution, Rowlett will be distracted and it will be very hard to move forward. Jeff, I want to use this phrase "unity in the community." I think that's probably, and I've heard that for a long time, even since high school. It's been like on movies and jokes, but I never realized it would apply to me in this sense running for mayor. So unity is a big thing. I think it's a huge, it would be a huge accomplishment if we had more unity. I want to see trusted elected officials loving the positions they were elected for and enjoying our citizens instead of all of the distractions again. I see Rowlett reaching full capacity with wonderful new businesses and active new residents. I would like to attempt to attract citizens to our council meetings to help guide our city into a more positive direction. As a business owner since 2008, I've worked with many professionals, and our political affiliation has never been a topic since 2008. I want to focus on serving the city of Rowlett. I'm stepping up to be a public servant, and I'm willing to work with anyone willing to serve this city. I want to partner up with people that want to focus on Rowlett. If you want to know where the video was directed to, I would reference you to the Rowlett Candidate Forum #2 with the water tower on it, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. So that is what I meant, and I'm not directing it towards a variety of people or like just one group of people. It is, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. And I think the question has been asked, can I work with them? I think the real question needs to be asked, knowing my political affiliation, can somebody walk into the room and sit across from me and leave that outside and work with me on what's best for the city and our citizens? It's not the other way around. I think it's, can they work with me moving forward? So that's where that video comes from. I'm not sure that we have negotiable opportunities since the NTMWD is our only source of water. I would ask for water usage from the last contract annually and ask for a lower reduced cost if average water is lower than what we've been paying for. I'll work with the council to make the best decisions for our city. I will look into our annual budget and interview all contractors, analyze what we're paying for, and take all that data to staff. I'll make sure that we're not being overcharged for IT hardware or construction fees due to special interest or favors. A lot of the times when it comes to city contracts, I think that we need to have people competing for our business. If we have somebody we've been using for 25 years and their rates gradually grow up a little more every year, then I think those people are taking advantage of the city. So from a business standpoint, I think people need to compete for our business, and then we can allocate some of those funds that we're saving elsewhere. If you've been frustrated or disappointed in some of the most recent decisions made by our mayor and city council members, we are on the same page. Help me get the city back on track and making sure our citizens are reconnected to our elected officials and the work environment is positive moving forward. Let the citizens' voices be heard and help the city's growth in a joint effort. Okay, so I think that the opponents are amazing. I think they've been involved. I commend them for it. I think Blake is an asset to any entity and has a great future after college and politics. I would love to have someone like Blake on my team, as I am sure we could learn from each other. Chris Kazar has helped many people in need in his ongoing efforts, and they are very commendable. I still would like to sit with both candidates and get to know each one of them in the future. I would love to see how we can work together to improve our city and citizen involvement moving forward.